MLS news. Major League Soccer has suspended Red Bulls forward Dante Vanzeir for 6 games for using racist language during his team's match against San Jose last Saturday. In a statement, the league said Vanzeir is prohibited from participating in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup, MLS Next Pro Games, and exhibition matches until the suspension is completed. MLS has also imposed an undisclosed fine and will require Vanzeir to participate in additional league-mandated training and education sessions, as well as a restorative practices program. Vanzeir, of course, did admit to using the racial slur. Herc, what do you think of Major League Soccer's punishment?
Zero tolerance, huh? Went from 0 tolerance to 6 games. I mean, how quickly you backed down, how quickly you bent, how quickly you broke. If you wanted to be the initiative for change, if you wanted to be a league of choice, this isn't the way to do it. For once, because we've seen these things happen. David Guzman and Dioman de LAFC, you saw it happen countless other times. Fragapane in Minnesota with Diego Chara. You saw it happen. Taxi Fontas last year. For once, you had significant evidence. You had everything at your disposal for you to really make an example of somebody. Draw the line. It ends here. And you caved. You buckled. 6 games. How is that 0 tolerance? What kind of message are you sending to your players? It's a huge opportunity missed.
I don't know what the right number is, Herc. I don't know what's enough, but I know 6 games isn't it. And I think you make the 2 points that are most critical, right? There is no ambiguity here. It's very clear what happened. The player admitted it. And it's not the first time that this has happened in recent MLS history. With those 2 things as a backdrop, MLS had every right to throw the book at Dante Vanzeir. And if there wasn't a book to throw at him, to write it into reality. They could have given a 10-game ban, a 20-game ban. They could have thrown him out of the league. They could have done whatever they wanted that sent the message that this is not acceptable. And yet, Herc, they didn't do it. They send another message that is, if you do something like this, you get a month and a half off, if that, with the amount of games that they play, and you'll be right back to business as usual. Now, I don't know how the New York Red Bulls are going to handle this. They may want to take another course of action. But for me, for MLS to leave it at this, Herc, is not nearly enough. And I hate to say this, because it is unfortunate that we are going to have to, I think again here, rely on the victims to seek justice. Because MLS has dropped the ball, as you say. But remember, the Black Players for Change, the coalition that MLS was so eager to work with back in 2020, on their board, the other player involved in this incident, Jeremy Abobasi. I wonder if we're going to hear from them. We shouldn't have to hear from them. MLS should have taken care of this. But I wonder if we're going to hear from them. Because 6 games, I don't care who you are. There's nobody who can look at this with all the evidence that there is and say it's enough. It's pathetic.
It is pathetic. And I don't know if at all you could reprimand or in some way punish Struber, the coach.
Gerhard Struber, the manager.
The manager of the Red Bulls. For all the information he had at his disposal and chose to ignore it, chose to say 3 points are more important than actually doing what's right here. I don't know how they can go about it, but you made a point, the Red Bulls. Like, because the league does something doesn't mean the Red Bulls can't do something. This is a great opportunity for them to show that they are the club that everybody hopes they can be.
Yeah, Gerhard Struber, the manager for the Red Bulls, he issued an apology. It was very weak, and if they're going to re-educate the player here, they should probably re-educate the manager, to your point, because he certainly didn't know what to do in that situation.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.